We will march ahead to the architect presentation. A very interesting topic in store for all of you. It is on design inspirations. Ladies and gentlemen, this evening we have the presence of Reza Kabul, of the Reza Kabul Architects, Mumbai. So let's have a huge round of applause and please help me welcome on stage Mr. Reza Kabul.
Hi, good evening. It gives me immense pleasure to be amongst you, all architects, interior designers. So I'm honored to be presenting to you guys. So the topic today is inspiration and what we get inspiration from. So we are architects, interior designers, and planners, Mumbai, Pune, and we have an office in San Francisco. So design. You get inspiration from any form. So whenever you get a project, you want to do something, you come up with you look at anything around you, maybe nature, maybe a drop of water, the universe, the landscape. All these forms inspire us. Some artwork, the skyline. And we just then start designing. I mean, you all are all aware, we go into history, we go into some historical projects, some structures, any form, landscape, nature, clouds, anything. All the previous architects as well, like Frank Lloyd Wright, he was known for his Falling Water, Lee Corbusier for Chandigarh, Mies van der Rohe for reformist architecture. And they all got their inspiration out of something. Buckminster Fuller, Charles Correa, again, he wanted to bring the nature inside the houses and his projects. Louis Kahn, he did a lot of work, but he was basically famous for the Bangladesh project of his, the last one. So the projects, what we are doing, and the inspirations that we get or we got on these projects. This is a project we are doing in Sri Lanka, and it is for the 1996 World Cup winners of the cricket. And it's known as Altitude. It's for the cricketers. They got the land from the government, and they wanted to do something which would, tell that the building was for cricket. And so we have a lot of facilities in there, like there's a Hall of Fame for the cricketers, there's an observatory gallery on the top, there are restaurants, there's a cricket facility in the tower itself, and there's retail and residential housing. So when we were given this project, it was like a competition, and they told us that they wanted something to do with cricket. And they wanted to do something with World Cup, with a bat, ball. So we started doing sketching. So we came to this, we said, okay, let's put some bats together and make it look like a World Cup. And we started the whole process. We picked up the World Cup, we picked up the bats, and we started. That's the observatory on the top. It's on the 90th floor. You can go up, you can see the skyline. It's a landmark. It's a national monument kind of a tower. So we have about 4 levels of retail. Above that, we have the recreation, the E-deck. Then we've got residential apartments, the gym, the observatory deck on top, revolving restaurants. And to top it up, on the top, we've got 4 net practice for cricketers. So like here, the inspiration was for the cricket, and we took that up and we are doing this project. It's under construction now. Our next project is the Kanakya Wall Street. This is a commercial building which is very close to the site, very close to the hotel here on the Kurlanderi Road. And the clients wanted to do something different. And so they gave us a brief. They said, we want to do something different, and they wanted to do a commercial building. So the name came up as Kanakya's Wall Street. It's a 10 lakh square feet commercial office space. And we wanted to bring, so it's like the concept is to bring the Wall Street into the project. So we started with, started studying the Wall Street, the New York Wall Street Tower, the building. We took up the inspiration from there, the structure, the facade. Then the names, the plaque, the Nasdaq bull, your cobblestones, and the signages. So we took the whole thing and we brought it into the project. So it's like a street on the tower, on the building, and the people walking on the street, on the tower. So we've tried to bring in the whole Wall Street ambience, the cafes outside, and it is the lobby and a lot of stuff is already ready before the project is completed. And in fact, it got the Times of India award for Best Concept Project. Our other project is, the inspiration is from the skyline of Bhutan. It's in Bhutan, and there they have a typical style of architecture. So we followed the architecture. It's a 78-room luxury boutique hotel. So this is the inspiration. We just went around, we saw all their temples, their monasteries. And we picked it up and we brought it into the architecture. And we made it work like a very upmarket hotel. Even the artifacts, the sky, the ceiling, everything has got the local flavor. Our next project came out of a challenge because, this is YOLO. That means you live only once. This is a fully furnished home. This is for the young. When we did a study with the clients, over 65% of the Indian population is below the age of 35. And there are a lot of social problems, cultural problems, and financial. You want to start your new home, you want to buy a home, and you're just starting your life. You don't have too much money. So, and when you go to rent a house in Pune, the problem is that bachelors, foreigners as tenants are not allowed inside the society for a lot of social reasons. So we thought, let's give them a high standard of living at a low cost. So we came up with something, small size properties. It becomes like a weekend home, it becomes this thing. And then Pune has got a lot of the IT culture and IT people working over there from outside Pune. So we came up with these very small, very compact home. We called it the My Home. It's a 428 square feet studio apartment, and it has got everything inside. They're furnishing the apartment, and they're giving it as well. And we have, okay, these are the images, and we have done these flats. They're ready. And then we have larger ones. That's a one-bedroom. That's a standing kitchen, 525 square feet. So you're starting your life. You come from a very good family. You are educated. You are an engineer or whatever. You want that lifestyle, but then you don't have the budget. So that was it. We gave them the lifestyle of, you got hangout spaces, you got a pool, you got a 24-hour room service and a business lounge, a food court, a gym. Your house may be small, but then the extra amenities that are there along with the apartments are as good as a luxury apartment. You've got even some apartments which are there in that complex which can be rented out. So if you have a friend or you've got a parents coming in, you can always lease that out and stay there. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. So do we have questions from the audience? If so, please do raise your hands. We'll have the mics passed on. We do have a question? Yes, sir.
Good evening, sir.
Good
My name
evening.
is Girish. I'm from Bangalore.
Hi.
Sir, I see a lot of construction happening with glass facades.
Yeah.
A lot of reflection coming down to earth again and again. But I don't see a lot of clay materials, like clay cladding doesn't coming up. If you can just brief us on that, it'll be grateful. So, in fact, I walk day in and day out in ITPL, Bangalore.
Right.
See, every building has glass.
Yeah.
And to smoke, people have to come down all the way.
Right.
They don't give common corridors. For example, a guy from 9th floor, he has to walk down, he will use the lift, he will take 2 smokes, and then again he use the lifts to go back. A lot of power is also wasted. I don't see...
No, to answer your question on the smoking, firstly, they don't want people to smoke.
No, that
So
I agree.
that
I
is
agree,
that
sir.
is the reason
That
why
I
they're
agree.
doing that, so that you walk a lot and you get out of the habit of smoking. So that's the main reason. But we are doing a lot of buildings
I
which...
agree, but I don't see a value add building a smoking zone on the terrace or in a common platform, in some common area, in which we avoid the power consumption. That's where I'm coming from. Thank you.
I'd like to invite Mr. Saurav Kanodia from Jewel Crafts to please come on stage to present a memento to our speaker, architect Reza, Kabul. May I please invite Mr. Saurav Kanodia.